Hi, everybody. I'm Jeff Barton, and this is the Mortgage Minute. A bunch of news items as well as some opinions today. Let's get right to the rates, and thanks for tuning in. We're on Zillow, of course, as well as LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter. My Twitter handle is @Jeff6493. A company I work for is Malibu Funding, which you can kind of see in the back here. Telephone number if you need any questions answered. So the rates today, let's get to it. As I said, rates have not improved. They've gotten worse. 3.27 is the 30-year, 2.65 is the 15, 2.88 is the FHA, 3.19 is the jumbo. That jumbo has actually moved quite a bit, 10 basis points over the last 3 days. And 3.40, and that's for the 5/1 ARM. That particular product, the ARM product, has actually shot up more than the 30-year. It's interesting, right? The 10-year is at 1.60. Watch the 10-year. That's going to be much more of an indicator of where your rates are going to go in the next probably 6 months to a year when we finally do away with taper. Okay. Other things in the news that will affect not only your rate, but also where the economy is heading, which affects your job, which affects the amount of money you can pay towards the mortgage of a house, or if you want to take money out of the house, your ability to repay. Lael Brainard, she may be the next Fed chair. The odds-on favorite is still the current Fed chair, Jerome Powell, but she is getting a lot of attention. She has. There's a great article in Yahoo, and I read it here. There's a guy named where is it? Oh yeah, Sheila Bear, Sheila Bear. She gives a lot of good points as to why the change in Fed leadership would be a good thing, being that the current Fed chair is a lawyer versus Lael is Brainard. She is an economist, and it's possible that having an economist background is a better thing this time in the Fed. You have to sort of, and she makes a good point in the article, that the way that the current, dance between giving a lot of stimulus versus pulling back and tightening the screws to end inflation, that particular way to get your way through the very difficult steps that the Fed chair has to walk in is best handled by her. It may be right, but anyway, it's a terrific read and a very good idea for you to get on top of it so that you know who the Fed chair would be. There are some biases one way or the other, as there is with most things. And why does it always come down to a horse race? There's always two people in the horse race. Why is that? I have no idea. Okay, there's another article by a guy named Ryan Cooper. He does work for, he's a national correspondent for, who is the playing? I can't see it anyway. But he talks about, look, yes, we have inflation, but is inflation really so much that we have to now cancel the stimulus or up rates in order to slow the economy down? It's a very good article, and he has one section here that I'm going to read. I know it's terrible. Nobody wants to hear reading on their feed, but here it is anyway. It seems inflation is coming from three sources. One, because of COVID. There has been a huge shift in spending, with expenditures moving away from services and into goods. That's true. Instead of going to the gym, restaurants, and hairstylists, as they did in 19, people are staying home and buying more TVs, computers, and dishwashers. Two, lots of people are still cash rich thanks to the pandemic rescue bucks, cheap credit, and appreciating home values. That's true. And three, because business underinvested in capacity for a decade during the weak post-2008 recovery, the global supply system is brittle and struggling. That is true. People don't remember 2004, 5, and 6, when we had invaded Iraq, when the money was made cheap by then whoever the Fed chair was at the particular time, working in conjunction with the Bush administration to really distract people. They made money really cheap, and they made the ability to get a mortgage really easy. And it was also mandated in Congress to allow a lot of buyers that shouldn't have been buyers to get money. So since that time, everyone was burned in '08. The actual capacity and the spending of money has really been a lot less, and so goods, whether they're consumer goods, durable goods, have really not kept up with what should have been the demand. Great read, by the way, and that guy is a great author. Okay, one last thing. Did Zillow jack up the prices, and have they always jacked up the prices? And that came home to roost recently when they get out of the iBuying business. The answer to that is ask any realtor. And when their customer who wants to sell their house goes to Zillow and gets the Zestimate, yes, it's at least 10% over what the property is really worth. And it has come home to now bite them in the tuchus, and that's no lie. They're going to lose billions of dollars on this 40,000 houses that they bought, overvalued by their algorithm that they thought was so great. But they're responsible in large part to why real estate prices have really shot up, because the Zestimate that you go on Zillow has caused sellers to think their property is worth more than it should be. Those are my opinions. Anyway, I'm Jeff Barton. We got through it, 6 minutes. We'll see you next time.